Hey gamers, welcome to Game Trade Media's Board Games and Beyond, where we talk about what's news and what's new in the board game industry. So let's get right to it and check out what's news. First up, we've got from CMON, we've got an announcement on Kick-Ass the board game. They're telling us that it will release on August 31st. Well, you're probably an opportunity if you're at Origins or Gen Con to demo it and play it. So make sure if you're there that you definitely stop by the CMON booth and do so. Otherwise, you have to wait till August 31st to get your hands on an amazing game that takes place in Mylarverse's Kick-Ass based on the comic book and the movie, and it definitely has that feel. Had an opportunity to play it, and I can tell you, it's amazing. Next, we've got Game Trade Magazine hits the shelves this week at your local game stores. Also, if you have a subscription, should be in your mailbox real soon if you haven't gotten it already. So, as we all know, issue 220 right there. It has two different covers, and one of them being a Magic, the other being the Warhammer 40K. Lots of cool information and articles within the magazine itself. And as you all know, it shows a bunch of games coming from the publishers coming up in the next few months. So you get all those cool informations, all those tidbits, and forward knowledge on what's coming on the gaming industry. But one of the better things is there's some cool inserts this month. We've got Dragonfire characters. There's 4 different ones, a male and female version of each. So it's a male lizard folk, a female lizard folk, a male and a female of a race. This one is a lizard folk ranger, and they are all ranger classed cards. So you're getting 4 new rangers. Next in the inserts, you will also receive from Outlive the game called Outlive by Dude Games. You get a leader card, and this is Greg and Emmy right there. And this card is going to give you some bonuses and stuff for your game, Outlive. So check that out. And then finally, the final insert here is Sailor Moon Crystal's Dice Challenge card, and this one is Sailor Pluto, right there with beautiful artwork as always. So there you go. Check those out. And that's all coming from Game Trade Magazine. If you don't follow them on Facebook, make sure you go over to their Facebook page, their website, so you don't miss out on any news that might drop there. It's an amazing magazine, and also it has a subscription service. So if you don't subscribe to it yet, maybe you should check that out and get it so it just comes to your house. Next, in the news, Catan World Championships is coming up. And what is Catan World Championships? It's every 2 years a Catan World Championship takes place. From each country where a national championship is hosted, up to 2 participants may compete for the title. Prior to that, however, they must have qualified in their home country as the winner in the national championship. The next Catan World Championship will take place in Cologne, Germany on November 24th and 25th of this year. So if you want to find out more about the championship, you go to Catan.com or just type in Google search Catan World Championship 28, and you'll find all of that amazing information out. And maybe if you're a national winner here in the States, you're going to go and take on the world and bring it home, bring it to the States. All right, so that's what's news. I'm sure there's lots more out there, but we want to get to what's new at your local game store. So new week, we've got Munchkin collectible card games, The Desolation of Blarg. If you're familiar with the game already, you know that this is the second expansion, or the next expansion to the core set. This pack has 12 booster cards in it. And of course, when we have a pack of cards or a box of cards, I must open one because that is tradition. So let's take a look at what we get in the pack here. Hopefully we get something really cool. I mean, we will. It's the first thing right off the bat is we're going to get cool art, which is so indicative of Munchkin anyway, so you're going to get some cool art. This card here is Accident, which is kind of cool. The artwork is amazing, as always. But as we all know, we want to see what rare card do we get in this particular pack. So we'll find that. Ooh. Okay. Whoa. All right. Hold on. 3 rares in this pack. That is ridiculous. Check that out. All 3 rare cards right there. And how you can tell is on the bottom here, there's going to be a indicator that has the R for rarity, for rare. There's common, uncommon, and then there's also like Zeta or super mega rare. But that's cool. 3 cards in there. The Ouchian Bargain, the Cheaty McCheaterson, and Surreptitious Scythe. Those are cool. Very cool. If you want to find out more about Munchkin, the card game, you're going to want to go to stevejacksongames.com and check it out, or again, just Google search Steve Jackson Games and you'll find it. And they also have their own Facebook page for Munchkin collectible card game. You can check it out there as well. It's at the stores now. Next, we've got Unlock by Space Cowboy. Unlock is like a card game, but it gives you that feeling of being in an escape room without having to be locked in a room with all your friends. Instead, you can all sit around a table and play this fun game with the phone app, which allows you to follow the clues and everything that you're given as you unlock the clues, thus unlocking and escaping the incident here. And this one's called the Tombstone Express. This game is for ages 10 and up. It takes about 60 minutes to play and can accommodate 1 player. So you could play this by yourself if you wanted to, but as we all know, games are social. We want to play with our friends. Gather your friends and see if you can unlock Tombstone Express, which is available at your local game store right now. Next, we have from Deepwater Games, Herbalism. Herbalism is a game that takes 3 to 4 players, 15 to 30 minutes, ages 8 and up. And it's a very quick deduction game. In this, you are playing in ancient times. Herbalism was an important medical study. China is especially famous for utilizing ancient herbs to cure diseases. Players take on the roles of novice pharmacists, hoping to find the cure by exchanging information with one another in order to gain insight into the ingredients of the cure. However, only one pharmacist can earn the honorary title of the God Farmer. So there's a very cool game right there by Deep Games. If you want to check out more from them, just go to deepwatergames.com or again Google or check them out on Facebook, Deepwater Games. So that's what is new this week as far as the big story behind those. We got a few other things I'm just going to do real quick. This week also Deadpool versus the World by USA Op. So make sure, it was upside down. But Deadpool versus the World by USA. You can check that out. It's a fun little game where face off against your friends by filling in the blanks on caption to narrate Deadpool's strange and unsightly situations. Give the best explanations of the merc with a mouth missing to win Deadpool versus the World. So you can check that out. There's also by WizKids, Curio, The Lost Temple, right there. And this is a game for ages 14 and up. Takes for 3 to players and is a 3 to 10 minute game. Not all the puzzles of the world have been solved, and in this game you are going to be solving those puzzles in Curio, The Lost Temple. Next, we've got by Stronghold Games, Steamrollers. This is a build your rail empire and be the first to get delivery contracts. In Steamrollers, players use a roll and write to build the best railway network, upgrade their engine, and beat their opponents to the most lucrative cargo deliveries. Make smart use of the dice to become the world's famous railroad baron. So that's pretty cool. This is a game for 1 to 5 players, ages up. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. And finally, in the what's new this week, we have Istanbul, the dice game. And welcome to the Bazaar of Istanbul. This is by Alderac Entertainment Games, or AEG. Welcome to the Bazaar of Istanbul. Are you ready for a trade competition? If so, you will need to acquire the coveted rubies faster than your competitors. You are not alone. Your assistants will collect goods and money for you. Use your income wisely to invest in improved abilities. Save for purchasing rubies. With a little bit of luck and the right strategy, you will be the victorious and become the master of the trade guild. And this game is for ages 14 and up. It takes about 30 minutes to play, and for 2 to 4 players. So there you have it, Istanbul, the dice game by AEG. If you want to find out more about them, aeg.com. Very cool. So that is what's new this week. Let's get into our board game spotlight.
guys, Mia here with another board game spotlight. This time we're talking about Millboards. It's a classic racing game from Asmodee. I really love this game. If you like Uno, you are gonna love this game. Kind of has that same feel to it. It's a card game for either 2, 3, 4, or 6 people. And your goal is to basically drive via cars. So your goal is to reach 1,000 miles on your trip. And the way you do it is you collect all these little mile cards. So as you're putting them out, you're gaining 50 miles on your trek, 75, 100, or 200 miles. Now that would be a little bit easy if you didn't have friends trying to come after you and preventing you from reaching your goal. And the way they do that is by drawing and playing different cards to prevent you from moving. One of those is the speed limit. So if you get a speed limit one, you can't place down any cards that are over the speed limit. So you are forced to only play 50-mile cards until you get rid of it by playing an end of speed limit card. Another one is a stop sign. This prevents you from being able to move at all until you are able to play a drive card and continue going on your quest. Now, they can make you run out of gas. And on this one, you have 2 different options, a fuel truck or gas. You can be given a flat tire, where you better have a spare tire, or you can become puncture-proof. Now, what's cool about the puncture-proof one, it's one of those special cards where if you get this, you keep it for the rest of the game and you can never get a flat tire. And then finally, they make you plain get into an accident. And the only way to get out of that is to have a repair, or if you're a driving ace, kind of like the puncture-proof, you get this for the game and they can't make you get into accidents. So basically the whole goal is to avoid all the hazards that your friends put out and reach it to 1,000 miles first. So take a look at this game. It's great for traveling, kind of goes along with the same theme, and have fun with it, guys.
Well, there you have it. Mia gives a good explanation of Millboards. If you want to find out more about Millboards, just go to check out all their stuff, type it in ASMODEE, and you'll find all the cool games coming from them, to include Millboards. So there you have that. Next, are we there yet? Are we already there? Already down to community shoutouts? Let's find out what we are going to shout about. All right, so first, community shoutouts. This is one of my favorite segments in Board Games and Beyond, where we get to say hi and thank everybody out there in the community for doing all the awesome things they do. So first, we've got dragonseyes.com. This is a podcast that features a lot of cool board gaming content and like fantasy D&D type stuff. So if you want to check them out, dragondemeyes.com. The link will be right there, and check them out. Next, we have our friend Cannon. Out in Vegas. He is the owner of Battlezone Games and Comics, and we want to give a shout out to Battlezone Comics. If you are in Nevada, regardless of what corner of Nevada you may be, and if you do not stop by Battlezone Comics and Games, you are wrong. I would almost think that you might be associated with Hydra if you aren't going to Battlezone Comics. Check them out. They're an amazing place and a destination point within Las Vegas, and definitely worth your time. If you are a fan of comics, games, and just being a part of a fun community. So go check out Battlezone Comics, and on Facebook, and they have their website, so just look them up, check them out, and there, ladies and gentlemen, our community shout-outs. Thank you for being a part of our community, and thank you for letting us be a part of yours. This has been Board Games and Beyond. I'm Rick, and I will see you at the game store.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Game Trade Media. Before you go, we wanted to tell you about our new book, The Street Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games, which is available to pre-order right now.
You obviously love tabletop gaming, so do we. And this book provides a look at the history of all the different types of tabletop games, from card games like Magic the Gathering to role-playing adventures like Dungeons & Dragons, to the most classic of board games like Clue or The Game of Life.
Right. We've also got interviews with a lot of industry veterans like Peter Anderson and influencers like Matt Mercer, plus discussions with collectors and gamers of all kinds. The book also discusses the impact of crowdfunding on the industry and looks into why board gaming is experiencing such a boom right now.
We put a lot of love, a ton as a matter of fact, into this book. And we like to think that it provides a perfect snapshot of what makes tabletop gaming and the tabletop community so great. You can pre-order your copy right now by using diamond code APR181585. Head into your local comic or game shop today and tell them you want the Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games.
Thanks for watching Board Games and Beyond. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any content.